だいまお聞きいただいているのは SJ5FM。
Hello. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're on chapter 4 with this nonsense going on of an idol manager. Let's just get right into it because I know Ruby in this group. Whoa. So much stuff has popped up. Oh my god. Oh, ew, I hate... Whatever. Okay, let's talk to Naya. You attend the choir performance and near the edge of the crowd, you spot Aya Naya, who appears to be taking notes on something. Abruptly, she turns, What's up? Hey, yourself. I'm just here to write the story. Don't worry, I'm not looking for a big scoop or anything like that. I was feeling nostalgic, so I thought I'd come and watch Kara perform. After all, covering Kara is how I got my start. I know you've already done a lot for me, so I won't ask you for any special scoops or anything. I'm just looking forward to you doing something big. Just watch me. Ha, well, if I want to watch you, I guess I did come to the right place. Here at Kara Performance with illustrious True P. Who could ask for anything more? I think you should leave the newsmaking to me for now. As I've advanced through the world of journalism, one of the things I've discovered is that the highest paid journalists get to choose the story they cover. That's a big part of how to tell the attention-grabbing story. You start with an interesting conclusion and then go looking for compelling evidence to support it. It's like the scientific method, but in reverse. Back in the olden days, I used to chase the facts and see where they led me. But the public wants more than just facts. They want stories. They want the kind of stories that can compete with television, movies, and novels. It's rare that the universe just dumps an amazing story like that into your lap. So, I've moved past the days of trying to come up with a hot scoop every week. These days, I'm going long form. These days, I'm always working on a story. And now that I think about it, there might be a way for you to help me with this. After all, if the facts don't fit the narrative I'm trying to tell, maybe I can get you to bring the facts I desire into reality. You know what I'm talking about, right? For example, right now, I'm working on a story about how we're poised to for a real Enka revival. I've already talked to a number of big musicians who talked to me on the record about Enka music, and I think the story is coming together quite nicely. There's just one problem. In order for me to tell a story about Enka taking off again, there actually has to be a resurgence of it. Or at least an event that I can spin as a resurgence. I've got enough that a big hit Enka single from a subject that I could interview in depth would really help draw all of this together. I guess what I'm saying is, if you were to top the choice with an Enka single, and then avail your idols for an interview, it would be a big help to me. And it will certainly make me predisposed to cover Kara again in a very positive light. I'm talking about the kind of positivity that moves hearts and minds. So, I'm not saying you have to make that your goal, but it would definitely make me happy. And hey, I'm always writing on a story. Give me a call if you'd like to know what my next big story is. You might get to be a part of it. Oh, connections in the media. I like that. Hey, did you see that new music video with the Masked Idol group? Yeah, Phantasm Facade is what they're called, right? I gotta admit, I'm pretty envious of that one girl's dance skill. You talk about 2, right? What? I'm talking about 4. I don't even know which one is 4. How do you tell 3 and 4 apart? They're all just the same. It's easy. At the start of the music video, the numbers appear under them, and there's a close-up shot that shows their costumes are ruffled slightly different. You can use that to track who between shots. What if those shots were from different days? I don't know. Can't you just look up the shape of their hands? That's pretty hard with masks on. How did that group take off anyway? Nobody could tell them apart. Maybe that's the appeal. You look at the girls and their masks, they can be anybody. Well, anybody that has amazing dance and singing skills. Who knows if that's them, even them singing. I bet it'd be really easy to dub in someone else's vocals considering they're all masked. Maybe we should start doing that for our promo videos. Girl, if this is their music in the background, it's fire. Hey, you've heard about new Phantasm Facade group, right? The Masked Idol Trio. Yeah. I was wondering, do you happen to know anything about who may be behind them? Yeah, I do. I know exactly who's behind them. I assume it was a spin-off of the existing group because the choreography of the video is, well, it's not the kind of thing you can just handle unless you're a real veteran. And the music video actually made a really big point of having long takes between cuts, almost as if they were trying to flaunt the fact that they weren't using editing to cover up any mistakes. Well, either that or they did a lot of takes to get it as perfect as they did. I'm gonna look into it. I know who it is. I chatted about this with Mai earlier this morning. Apparently, she's been obsessed with trying to pin down the origin of this group. I can tell that you're interested in learning what she discovers. Anyway, catch you later. If you happen to catch wind of who did the choreography for that music video, let me know. Oh, and the idols too. It seems pretty clear that someone hired some professional dancers. I'm curious as to where they happen to spot that talent. From me. They got it from me. Opportunity I'd like to tell you about. Why are you here? I just told you. There's an opportunity I'd like to tell you about. There's a popular television drama that's looking for charismatic young lady to fill a role. A friend came to me, giving me rights, first refusal. Under different circumstances, I gladly accept the offer on behalf of one of the idols at Losers. But recently I've started to adjust my strategy, and promoting idols on television no longer suits my plans. So, I thought I'd pass it. No. Oh my god, I want to say bad words to him. You are, of course, within your right to decline the offer. Just know who it was. I'm declining it. I'm not interested in talking to you. You wound me, Miss True. If you want to turn your back on everything I offer, such is your right. But I do think that now of all times, opportunity for my network to be. You're familiar with the old adage, you scratch my back, and I'm not scratching nothing of yours. Well, I might have some favors to ask you in the future. If you're able to do as I ask, I'll make use of my this week it's a no, don't say nothing to me. Use my private number. I won't. I don't want to do it. Decline. Get out of my face, bro. Like, real life, I don't want to do it. I don't like him. Yeah. So, you're looking for something fun to do. Scratch my back, I scratch yours. 3 EDM singles in a month. You're trying to sabotage. I'm not trying to sabotage you any more than a friend in need, some money. I'm trying to bankrupt her. If your group suffers from releasing too many singles in such a time, so be it. My goal is not to damage you. Surely you're familiar with the concept of counter programming. Lately, Ankh and Toily have been getting too much attention for my taste. Everyone's starting to think of them as the premier EDM group, and they're starting to climb in the charts. Figure flooding the market with a bunch of EDM singles ought to inspire a bit of a genre fatigue. Who knows, maybe you'll even steal some of their thunder. Hoping that Ankh and Toily will eventually give up the fight and decide to move on to something else, at least for a short term. Five losers do the same thing. Who knows? It might even start a story about a war over EDM. But really, you need not to concern yourself with the particular. I have larger designs. Three EDM singles in a single 30-day period. Oh my god. Fine. Oh my god. They almost a million seller. Hey, I hope you don't mind, but lately I've been looking into this Phantasm Facade group that debuted recently. No, I'm glad. I heard from Ms. Umemoto that you sound like you were interested in this topic, so I figured it would be worth my time to investigate. I tried to learn about the group, but the more I dig, the more mysterious it seems. Usually, a group like this will be a subsidiary of some existing entertainment company. But looking to who owns the trademark of Phantasm Facade, I traced it back to a shell company called Veil Holdings. Someone went out of their way to make it hard to figure out who's behind this group. I know that's kind of the point. All of the idols wear masks and they don't really have distinct identities per se. Even the name implies that they're hiding behind a mask. But whoever put this together is doing a really thorough job. Suffice to say, my search seems to have met a dead end. I'm sure the information is out there, but I have no idea who I talk to in order to find it. Oh, so much story is happening. I like this.
Yo.
Hey, are you looking for a way to help me out? As I mentioned, I need a cash infusion. I know there's a bit ironic for me to be asking that of you, considering I was the one who originally gave you the starting capital. But I'm now in a position of having wealth that I can't easily liquidate. Hello? That's a lot of money. Anything for you, Zare?
Yo.
Hey, I appreciate this, and that greatly understating it. I won't forget this. In fact, I have you over for dinner. I have a friend who's a pirate chef. He'll put something together that's it for an emperor. Great. I need to confirm my friend's availability before I contact you with the details, but expect to be having dinner with you later tonight. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta focus on this concert. Psych, we going to dinner. Ooh. Glad you can make it. That's so sexy of him. Come on in. Kato, this is Miss Chu, the friend that I've been telling you about so much. Oh, money. Kato, the young chef bows. Fujimoto-san tells me you're a good friend to him. As someone who likes to see him treated well, I'm sure you have his appreciation, and you have mine as well. Will you be joining us for dinner? That's an invitation that Fujimoto-san extended to me, but I promise to spend the rest of my evening dining with my wife. Aw. As much as I like Fujimoto-san, I think he will have an easier time forgiving me for skipping dinner than my wife will. Cute. Feel lucky to have gotten this much of you, Kato. I like your company, but if I can't have that, then your cooking is the best substitute a man can ask for. Aww. It's always a pleasure to come and enjoy your expensive whiskey, my friend. Look at the tattoos on this man. He Yakuza? I'm certain that in the exchange of my cooking and your liquor, I am the one who comes out ahead. Miss True, isn't it nice how Kato goes to make... Miss True, isn't it nice how far Kato goes to make me feel as though I'm not imposing on him? I don't mean to make you any later than you already are. Thanks for stopping by, old friend. It was good to meet you, Miss True. Peace out, Kato. Okay, Kato's out and leaving. Now, let's see what Kato prepared for us and doesn't have the time to stay and properly enjoy himself, shall we? Oh, it's rich, huh? Oh, we're eating good. I'm starving right now. Rich food tastes... I don't know if rich food tastes better, but it tastes delicious since I'm not buying it. Pop, dinner table, for finest restaurants. Oh, this looks splendid. I wish I could claim credit, but all I provided was the raw material. Kato's the one who deserves your praise. I'll be sure to pass it along to him. Why are you dressed like a bum? You're sitting here having dinner with this rich old man and you're dressed like a bum? He could be your sugar daddy. Can he be your sugar daddy? I'm gonna Google that. I'll tell you more about how excellent he is at what he does. But perhaps we should skip right to the part where you experience it for yourself. The first few bites confirm what Fujimoto promised. The meal is delicious. You don't have to say it. I can tell from the expression on your face. So, how did you meet Kato? That might be a story for another day. I'm not sure that's my story to tell. The short version is that I managed to spot his talent before anyone else did. And decided to do what any good investor would do in that situation. I took a bet on him when he was young, up and comer. Not all that different from what I did with you once upon a time, actually. Though now it seems to be the case that you're the one helping me out financially. Fujimoto just said, This is what I meant when I said I'm struggling with liquidity. I have a private chef who's willing to cook meals for me on special occasions. That's something that I have that a lot of people will willingly pay a lot of money for, but I can't exactly sell this friendship in exchange for cash. That's why I asked you to come to my rescue recently. You understand it, yeah? Oh, of course. I have what other people might consider wealth, but that's the difference from having liquid cash. Friendship isn't something that can be sold, but I think that it makes even more valuable because it means that something that you'll always have. A valuable like a watch or even an investment property can be taken away from you. People can steal it from you. Or the market can collapse and reduce the value of your property. The finest riches are often first to depreciate with age. But a good friendship, if you maintain it, is something that can last a lifetime and will only grow stronger as you age. Ooh, facts. Ooh, he's spitting some real old man facts. Do you think we'll be friends for life? I certainly hope so. I always do my best to maintain friendships, even if I don't always succeed. With romantic relationships, things are often easy to label. People have a talk to define the relationship. So what are we, Fujimoto-san? It's somehow easier to know when you're part of a couple than when you're part of a friendship, especially since different people draw the line in different places. One person's acquaintance coworker is another person's friend. What level of confident does someone have to be for you to consider them a close friend? None of these things have clear labels. I think that's what makes friendship beautiful in a way. Every friendship is unique, but it can also be frustrating to navigate. Labels aren't just how we present things to the outside world, they can also be how we sort things inside our own mind. So I'll say this. It's true. You have vindicated every bit of faith I put in you. I admire your acumen, of course. You've been a good steward of the resources I invested in you. But I think what's more important than all of that is that I've had fun. I've had fun watching how you develop the business, and I've had fun watching your success. In a way, I feel like I've shared in your success. I often tell people I want the best for them, but when you succeed, I feel like I've succeeded too. Not just as an investor, but as someone who wants to see you do well in life, whether it's business or anything else. Listen, he's talking so sweet to me right now. Being in your orbit is fun. Almost every time we talk, I leave feeling more energized. He's talking so sweet to me right now. I know that's not how most people would describe friendship, but I certainly count you amongst my friends. And I hope that this relationship, however you choose to define it, continues. I've been in your corner from the start, and I've never regretted it. I consider you to be a friend too. He got, you scared me. He got me blushing. I'm glad to hear this isn't one-sided. Friendship is a two-way street. You've gone right by me, and I want to do. You've gone right by me, and I want to do right by you. So tell me the best way. So tell me the best way for me to do that. You know your needs better than I do. Oh, Laura went.
了解
You got
だ
it.
よろしく
Laura Rent is always the go-to. I don't care what game I'm playing. If I can lower rent, that's what I want to do. In real life, I want to lower rent. Rent is crazy. I hope this isn't the last chance we get to me like this. That means we make more money. And it did. Let me pause this. Get these songs done. Launch. Hey, concert. Now do the baby dance. Let's get it. Start song. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on. Yay. Oh, yay. Come on. Oh my god. Y'all go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk. That hype is beautiful. Woo. Girls getting tired out there. No. Hey. No critical failure. %200 hype. Come on. Oh. Okay. We still at 200% hype. Last song. There we go. Okay. Okay, now for the election. Okay. Hey. I Okay, Reno. Okay, it's because Ruby is gone. Dia was number one. Whoa! She went down from 6. Oh my god. Oh my god, let's go. Ayumi. She went up so heavy. That's crazy. Okay. Langju. Golly. She went down. Who's number one? Oh my god. From 7th to 3rd. That's insane. Nico. From 4th to 2nd. Dia should be number one still. Oh wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're not even ranked. Dia still number one. She said she in first place playing. Oh my god. That's crazy. Election single. Anchor, loneliness, cool. Let's do it. That's a lot of money. Okay. So you come ask me what is it I want from you. Well, I think the best you can give me is a well life. It's a life well
よろしくお願い
lived.
します
Philip. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna get your money, brother. Eventually. I got stuff to do. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god. Phantasm Facade has released a music video, the new singer Sour Milk, that's a W title, and video that goes to several close-up shots that show the bottom halves of the idol's face. It feels reminiscent that one miserable musical about friends that has close-up shots of all the actors singing to show that they were singing live. However, the rest of the idols' faces have been obscured and not visible in the shot, making it impossible to tell who they are. Whoever put together a Phantasm Facade apparently managed to find singing and dancing talent in the same package. Hey, did you watch the new Phantasm Facade video? Yeah, what about it? Doesn't one of the girls look familiar? What? You think you know one of them? Yeah, one of them. I forgot which one, but she's the center of the new video. It's hard to see through the mask, but the way she moves and her height and a bunch of other little things about her, it just feels so familiar. Well, you do watch a lot of idol dancing videos, right? You're bound to see some similarities over time. It's probably a coincidence. No, it's not like that. It's like I almost feel like I've met that girl in person. I just can't place her. Ha. Well, if you ever figure out who she is, let me know. That could be a big story. Mm-hmm. Of course, I was gonna do amazing. Mm-hmm. 3 EDM songs, brother.
Ja.
Well, well, seems like you're the king of EDM. They underperformed as expected. EDM as a genre has been completely driven into the ground. If all goes well, no one will put any serious amount of effort into releasing an EDM song single next month. I imagine the genre has never looked less attractive. You might want to avoid releasing any EDM singles in the near future, though, of course, you're a free person to do as you wish. It was a mere suggestion on my part, not a request.
Thank you.
Since you fulfilled my request, which I'm aware was a hefty one, I suppose I should give you something in exchange. I get a lot of incoming business proposals, and going forward, I should send some bigger ones. I could send some bigger ones your way. I also have arrangement with several venues locked in. Lord, okay. I could, in a matter of speaking, sublet some of those venues to you and let you get somewhat reduced price as well. Or I can make a habit of using losers' resources to promote your shows. I know some of our fellow followers are the people who are bored enough to check out anything that events are cheaper. You got it.
またな。
Say, I'm not in need of any other favors at the moment, but I'll be sure to hunt you down when something comes up. Like, oh my god, I don't like that nigga. Hey, do you think Phantasm Facade would ever do a face reveal? That's got to be what they're building up to, right? They're already talking to town. Imagine how much more they'll blow up once everyone knows who they are. I don't know. Isn't the mystique their entire appeal? If you gave them faces and names, I feel like it would kill people's interest. Nah, people will get bored with this over time. The novelty is going to wear off eventually. I'm not sure when you're expecting their popularity to start declining because it seems like they've only gotten even more popular since their debut. Release. Okay.
Yo.
Hey, I just want to check on you and see how you doing. Business is good. Good is good, but great is great. Hopefully you're not settling. You know, regardless of how the whole Nation of Idols things went down, I think you made out pretty well, all things considered. Apparently, the drama of Mr. Yasada was the beginning of the end for them because after all that hullabaloo, the ratings really dropped off a cliff. Maybe that's why Mr. Yasada needs to have all but disappeared from the public side. Yasuda Akira, I don't know who I was saying, is officially running losers, but it's been a while since they've tried pulling a public stunt. It's pretty uncharacteristic. We should have at least expected losers to get a boost, but if anything, it seems like they stagnated as a group and might even be losing fame. You say that Mr. Yasuda has a plan so big that they're taking months to plan everything before springing into action. I wonder what kind of stunt it could be so big that required that much preparation. You know, the last time I talked to Mr. Yasuda, he mentioned something about wanting to create an ultimate idol. Maybe he's on a massive talent scouting mission or something like that. I guess if you were spending all your time looking for the ultimate talent, it will reduce the amount of time you have to maintain your existing stable talent. I hope to get a chance to find out soon. As you're about to lead off, okay. There's an event I'd like to come. Wear something nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you cleaned up nicely. That's good. I would hate for my plus one to embarrass me. Schmoozing with people from Pony Records. Okay. This is an entirely different side of the entertainment business, Miss True. You know, there's more to the music industry than just idol groups, right? Most of the people who turn out to events like this probably look down on people like us. To see what we can overhear, I try to keep my fingers on the pulse of what's happening in the industry. The conversations you overhear at an event like this are the kind of thing you can read about in tabloids. Ah, Mr. Yasuda, Miss True, fancy seeing you here. What have you been up to lately? I've been waiting to. I've been waiting with bated breath to see what your next daring exploit will be, Mr. Yasuda. Don't tell me you intend to dispatch the world. Don't tell. Don't tell me that you intend to disappoint the world. Can you smell what I'm cooking? If not, that's on you, not me. I suppose we'll see. You never struck me as the type of artist who will blame the audience for something being received poorly, though. You're not nearly highbrow enough to be making those sorts of accusations. Never expected you to praise me for being so down to earth. Thank you. Oh, you're certainly the kind who will stay down to earth even when attempting to moonshot.
いえいえ、プレッシャーに負けるようではそもそも
Yeah,
消え
it's
て
a
ませんからね。
yeah, it's an engineering marvel.
心配してくれなくても大丈夫ですよ。
I'm so glad someone appreciates my genius. It's true. It's good to see you here. Don't let this one pull a fast one on you. I hear he's the type who's liable to pull the rug out from under you when you're in the middle of signing a contract. If you're about to put your signature on a piece of paper, look both ways. Look both ways, down at the contract and behind you to make sure Akira isn't sneaking up. Nah, he on him. He's so fucking shady. I hate him. What was that? You surely remember how things went with me in Nation of Idols. Evidently, Mr. Tanaka resents the way I handle things. Mr. Tanaka and I never really got along, though.
困ったもんだ。
It's like I said before, people here look down on people like us. Even if Mr. Tanaka has worked with idol groups before, he feels like he's above us. He's above you because you're trash. He doesn't depend on the ecosystem of idol groups to maintain his livelihood. He could always work for a more mainstream capacity. Because they feel like I can't even put into I can't even explain why I think people think idols are lesser. All I want to say is Beyonce started out as an idol. Michael Jackson started out as an idol. And that's like the peak of where you can get from being an idol.
あんなもの、大敗の象徴だ。
Idol groups are the symbol of decadent society. I overheard those exact words from one of the people in this room once. I think that answers the question of why they look down on us. It's also why I happen to love idol groups. I love decadence, don't you?
あ
After all, I think about what decadence means. A decadent society is one that is in decline. It is a society that has already hit its apex. A society that has run out of ways to improve itself and now looks for ways to fritter away its resources. That, I think, is where true beauty lies. Some people might look at something like a lake or a tree or an attractive person and call that beauty. But lakes and trees and attractive people all have functional issues. Functional uses. Lakes provide water, trees provide shade and oxygen, and you can do all sorts of things with an attractive person. Perhaps even find a way to continue your genetic heritage with their help. The point of that, the point is that these are all things that you can never appreciate purely on the aesthetic level. They all have practical uses. It is only after society has satisfied all of its material needs that it can begin the delightful slide into sure pleasure and joy of decadence.
いや
It's only after that state that society can truly experience pleasure for pleasure's sake only. When you see a beautiful person on the street or in your workplace, that's a person that you could conceivably talk to, start a relationship with.
無理
Ugh. But when you follow an idol or treat them as an object of your affection, nothing will ever come of it. That makes your love and affection for them more pure, don't you think? When a fan loves an idol, they don't do it with self intent because they know they'll never win that idol's affection.
まあ
It is adoration for adoration's sake. There is no practical goal corrupting that affection. Only a true one sided relationship can be pure in that way. This is the beauty of artifice, Miss True. The most beautiful things in the world can't come about naturally. They can't even be born of natural passions. They must be painstakingly created. Unfortunately, even artifice can be corrupted. A decadent society allows us to do things in a manner that some would call wasteful, or in a way that squanders precious resources. But an endeavor that is pure, waste must be something that is done purely for the love of it. No, you see the signs of decadence at parties like this. The most opulent of hors d'oeuvres being fed to people who are too distracted by conversation to appreciate them. The finest of wines being consumed at the end of the night by people who are probably too drunk to appreciate the difference between fine wine and cheap stuff.
まあ
It is indulgence for the sake of indulgence. But the danger comes when other things come and corrupt the purity of decadence. Suppose someone bought an expensive dinner, not to experience the pure pleasure of a 20,000 yen dinner, but so they could document their consumption and turn it into an entertainment product that they made money off of. That is the danger of all idol groups run into. It's something I've slowly come to realize
違う
myself.
ぞ
If we do what we do in the pursuit of money or fame or status, then we stray from decadence. For all of these are signs of trying to ascend by gathering resources rather than descending by squandering resources. Speak from experience.
困ったもんだ
Loser falls into these trappings. It will never be the totem of decadence that I want it to be. What does that mean? Ew. Gross. It means that I've become more ambitious. A project of this magnitude is difficult to complete on my own. So I ask this, will you help me? It depends. I suppose you had an idol that had achieved perfection in one or more categories. Someone who was the absolute best at what they did, with no further improvements were possible. And imagine that this idol was not only capable but willing to serve your interests. To take that idol and not exploit them for profit and the advantage of Kara, but instead let them exercise their talents in a way that would earn no recognition or benefit to their image. That would be truly decadent, no? It might free them up to participate in other projects such as the one I now undertake. I do not expect an answer from you tonight. I say these things merely to plant the idea in your
よろし
head.
く頼むぜ
Please do find me if you ever think about that this is something that you would like to pursue. I'll contact you about it in the future. If you ever have an idol that achieves perfection in at least one of her attributes and is completely loyal to you for reasons of friendship, romance, or other means of persuasion, let me know. So, he want me to get a perfect idol that I'm super friends with, super close with, and then give them to him. I'd be a dummy on a stick, wouldn't I? I'd be a dummy on a stick. Number one with an anchor. Number one with an anchor single per period. Hey, thanks for the chance to interview Kurosawa Dia. Hey, thanks for the chance to interview Kurosawa Dia. I think it really made my story about Anka come together. Well, I'd really like the opportunity to do the same gonzo journalism. Like, what would it be like to travel with a group that tours internationally? I've always wanted to visit France and Italy and America. We can arrange that. Great. Let me know when you decide to embark on this world tour. No pressure or anything. This could just, this could happen, whenever. You know, I know you're not about to announce a big tour just so I can see the Eiffel Tower, but hey, when you do, give me a call, alright? We're going to America and France and Italy and Brazil and Argentina. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we make just a little money. I don't care. That's really good. Don't give a damn. Isn't it so amazing that we got to go on a world concert tour? I know. When I, when I'm performing, when my performing career started, I never imagined that it would end with me going overseas to perform for audience of fans. I didn't even realize that we had such an international audience. I guess a language barrier doesn't stop people from appreciating good music or dancing. It was great to see the response from international fans, but I was really happy that everyone back home was so supportive. Why was that a surprise? I guess I kind of wondered if fans would be bothered that we were doing a world tour. Maybe it's irrational, but I guess I was worried that they might feel betrayed that we were performing for a different audience or something. After all, they're the ones who built us up to the point where we could be internationally recognized in the first place. I don't think most people feel that way. When you're a fan of something or someone, you want them to succeed, right? Everyone I saw was really supportive. Yeah, I was relieved to see that. I guess I worried for nothing. There are also a lot of fans who like it when people they follow travel overseas because it gives them a chance to vicariously experience what it's like to travel. After all, whenever we post photos online, fans get to have a little taste of what it's like to visit other countries. I think they like that aspect as well. I never thought about it that way. Even if you never get to travel, following the journey of someone who does travel does give you some of the feeling of getting to experience the interesting parts of other places. Yeah, I never really understand the appeal of travel blogs, but now I think about it, maybe I should start. Even if I never intend to travel to certain places, it could be a way for me to get a tiny bit of experience of going there myself. And who knows, if you fall in love with the place, you might even end up making it one of your next travel destinations. Maybe, but I think I'm a homebody at heart. Getting to experience the world was fun, but I enjoy comforts of home too much to be a world traveler. Yeah, I can see that. I guess vicariously living through someone else's travel experiences is a more comfortable way to experience the world. I still rather travel to those places though. I'd rather experience everything firsthand instead of having to rely on seeing through someone else's eyes. And if I see someone else's travel photos, it just makes me more excited to go there myself. Oh, Miss True. Ellie and I were just discussing travel. Hey, Miss True, do you have a wanderlust like I do, or do you prefer staying home? I'm a homebody. Hee hee, me too. I'm glad I'm not the only one who prefers to stay home where things are familiar and comfortable. I just remember I have an appointment coming up. Yep. See you later. Aww. That's so cute. Okay, let me talk to sis. Whew, I'm pooped. I was planning to record an hour-long video on the plane ride back, but I don't really want to have to be. I was planning to record an hour-long video on the plane ride back, but I don't really want to have to be on for the camera, you know? Time to let my hair down, so to speak. Or well, maybe literally. But sad news, you don't get to be part of my final vlog. That's disappointing. Hey, we can always do something like that for the next big story I get from Kara, right? But hey, I guess we're seatmates, so if you need to pass gas, please let it go into the aisle and do it. And that was bored. What should I ask her? What's your real name? I guess from a young age, I've always wanted attention. The problem was that I never had any good at things to use it. If I had a talent for dancing or singing or acting, I could have done something like that. I wanted to be a performer, but I had a performance. How are you supposed to get people to pay attention to you when you have nothing to offer them? But around the time I turned 13 years old, something wonderful happened. I discovered the internet, a platform full of people. What did I ask her? I could perform for people whose attention I could try to win. People who could love me, or hate me, or be annoyed by me. But whatever their reaction was, when I posted things online, people paid attention to me. I showed up everywhere. Message boards, comment section, social media. I was online all the time. Always looking for a way to get clicks, views, follows. It was like a drug for my teenage brain. Oh, she was a cloud chaser. After the childhood of not getting attention, I suddenly had all the attention. I wanted it more. When I was little, I always thought that television and movies and music and all of the other forms of media were for people who were at the top of their fields. You have to be a good actor to star in movies. You have to be a good singer to be on the record. So many things require talent. You have to be the best. But when it comes to news, you didn't have to be the best. You just had to be first. Anytime an event happened, I was online, ready to be the first to have a story about it. And at the top of the event story, there would be my byline, letting everyone know that I was first. The real breakthrough came when I realized that you didn't even have to have an event to come up with a story. Anytime a celebrity posted something, I would find a way to turn it into a post. Kataoka Momoka will post, had a great cup of coffee to start the morning, and I'll write a post about their morning routine. Someone will have an opinion about a movie, and I'll figure out how to get 500 words out of it. Anything could be content. It was like spinning straw into gold. Your stories were gold? paid. I was getting paid 100 yen per 500 word article as a 15-year-old. I respect, sis. That's more than some authors get paid for award-winning short stories. And if you can crank out 10 of those per day, you're making more money than you would getting a job at the convenience store or whatever. Really, the money didn't have much to do with it. I was in it for the rush. Posting stories, getting people talking about you, watching the numbers go up, more views, more comments, more shares. It was like a limitless supply of dopamine. You weren't doing this. You're right. I started by doing content, but I realized that what I was doing needs to have a real purpose. Over time, I realized that the content based on people's comments was empty calories. No, the real story was what people weren't willing to post online. So the girl who had spent most of her working life online since age 13, realized I had So the girl who had spent most of her waking life online since age 13, realized I had to get away from the keyboard. Go to events and see what I could catch people saying in a unguarded moment. I felt so much more real. That was the kind of thing that could actually change minds. If you post about what a celebrity's favorite coffee is, you haven't done anything to leave your mark on the world. Not really. But if you can find something about the celebrity that everyone loved and make them hate that person instead, that was actually making impact. It's the kind of thing that people can't ignore. You just want to get people fired up? Yeah. It doesn't have to be negative. People can get fired up for a new movie they're excited to see or a new musical act they're following. Being negative is easier. But negative is easier. All that matters in this world is what people think of you. All the goodness in your heart won't matter if people think you're evil. And some of the most black-hearted people in the world have stellar reputations thanks to the efforts of their PR team. So I decided to pursue what will let me control the one thing that really matters. I think that's why I was so drawn to the idol world. You and me are the same in a lot of ways. No, we really. I know, right? After all, you manage talent. You know how important good PR is. What matters is what the fans think. Objectively, good music doesn't exist. What matters is how many people are willing to listen. If crap sells, then you sell crap. No facts. If crap sells, I'm just going to sell it. That's exactly like my motto. What matters is the public belief. That's exactly like my motto. What matters is what the public believes, and the only real power you can have is the power to shape public opinion. If you can convince people that your music is worth listening to or your tickets are worth buying, it matters more than any objective measure of talent. Anyway, we've reached the part of the flight where I put my face mask on and try to get a few hours of sleep so that I don't feel too jet lagged when we touch down. It was good having the chance to talk to you. We should do this on record sometime. She was cute. That was cute. But I'm a. She was like, I is daily coverage of Kara. Though it looks like most of her daily vlogs are. You see her video. Oh, okay. I've been talking for hours. I can't do this. So I'm gonna end this video here. If you like this video, please like this video. Comment below what you like about it. And share so someone else can like and comment too. Subscribe for more. Bye.
솟아올래가